The book of Matthew, chapter 2. The king who shook the world. Forget the sweet manger scenes. This is the story where ancient prophecies suddenly explode into reality. This isn't about sweet manger scenes or gentle lullabies. This is about foreign spies crossing borders under cover of darkness. This story is about a king so consumed with protecting his power that he'll tear a nation apart, destroying lives and shattering dreams. It's about a family forced to flee in the dead of night. And at the center of it all, a small, innocent boy, a child barely speaking, barely walking, but a perceived threat to many kings. Because this child wasn't just a threat to their thrones. He was the undoing of every tyrant's dream. I know what you're thinking, but I assure you this small, innocent boy was not just any child. This was the chosen one the prophets foretold, the one heaven itself announced with a star, the one who made kings tremble. Why such fear? Because centuries before, the prophets had painted a clear picture of this coming king. Because Moses had warned, "A prophet like me will come, listen to him," Deuteronomy 18:15. Because Balaam had foretold, "A star will rise from Jacob, crushing all rivals," Numbers 24:17. Because Isaiah had sworn, "Every knee will bow, even Caesar's," Isaiah 45:23. Because Micah pinpointed the ground zero, "From Bethlehem will come a ruler, whose reign is eternal," Micah 5:2. Herod wasn't just in fear and hunting this chosen one. He was trying to erase the future. This is the book of Matthew chapter 2, and it changes everything. It began with a star, but not like any star you've seen. Ancient astronomers called it a wandering star, one that moved against the fixed patterns of heaven. Persian star readers, known as the Magi, spotted it first and recognized its meaning immediately. This was a royal announcement, a coronation notice written in fire across the night sky. The King of the Jews had been born. These Magi weren't just scholars. They were the ancient world's top scientists, men renowned for their wisdom and understanding of the cosmos. When their star charts glitched over Bethlehem, they knew either the universe was broken or God was moving. Their verdict: pack the gold. For centuries, their scrolls had whispered, "A king will rise in Israel, and his star will blind the wise." Then, the heavens malfunctioned, a star that ignored the rules, a light that burned through their predictions, not just a sign, a royal birth announcement sent to the wrong palace. So they loaded camels with gifts no king could refuse. When they enter the home of Mary and Joseph, the Magi kneel before the child, this unassuming toddler in a modest house, a far cry from any royal palace. They place their gifts before him: gold, the tax of conquered nations; frankincense, the smell of temples; myrrh, the perfume of graves. That night, the Magi dreamed the same dream, not a suggestion, a divine command that shook them awake: do not return to Herod. The wise men freeze. This wasn't part of the plan. Herod expects their report. He's a king who demands loyalty and punishes betrayal. But heaven has spoken. So under cover of darkness, they vanish, taking a different road home. No goodbyes, no explanations, just gone. And when Herod realized he'd been tricked, his rage and anger were unconscionable, the kind of fury that erases mercy, rewrites laws in fire, and measures revenge in innocent lives. This was the man who strangled his own heirs over whispers, who executed his queen for rumors that had him believe she was conspiring against him. The Magi's betrayal didn't just insult him, it exposed the cracks in his kingdom for all to see. A tyrant who couldn't control his own borders, and Bethlehem's children paid the ultimate price. That night, God sent an angel to Joseph with a command that brooked no debate: get up, take the boy and his mother, flee to Egypt, stay until I tell you. Imagine that midnight escape. No time to pack, no goodbyes. just a young family vanishing into the desert shadows, death's footsteps echoing through Bethlehem's streets behind them. Joseph moved like a man hunted by hell itself, the Son of God cradled against his racing heart, a treasure no earthly throne could rival. This wasn't a retreat. It was heaven's emergency evacuation. Every muffled hoofbeat a prayer, every mile a miracle. They took the same roads Hebrew slaves once walked in chains. Only this time, Egypt was the refuge, and Herod's soldiers never saw them leave. Herod, unaware of Joseph escaping with Mary and Jesus, was still reeling from the Magi's betrayal, and his response wasn't just rage. It was a massacre disguised as administration, a single order stamped with the royal seal. All Bethlehem households with boys aged 2 and under must submit to immediate royal inspection. The pretext? A routine census verification, a bureaucratic mask for a brutal extermination. The truth? A death squad's roadmap. Soldiers carried scrolls to mark the doors, and swords to clean the cradles. By dawn, Bethlehem would learn, when a king calls it inspection, the only thing being counted is grief. As some parents would later realize, the only royal gift their sons received was a chalk mark from Herod's auditors. Egypt isn't refuge. It's another kind of prison. No angels, no miracles, just a carpenter taking any work that pays in advance, the constant hum of a foreign tongue, a reminder of their exile, a mother memorizing the rhythms of patrols, and a child who's learned to play silent when sandals scrape outside the door. The rules are simple. Pay the Roman tax collectors enough to look away. Avoid the Syrian merchants who ask too many questions. And never, ever let the locals hear the boy called Yeshua. Not when Herod's spies pay silver for rumors of a Hebrew family from Bethlehem. This is the price of being hunted. Every coin goes to bribes before bread. Every night ends with a blade in reach. And every dawn, another day the soldiers don't kick down their door. Herod the Great died as he lived, choking on his own paranoia. His death came slow and rotting, exactly as the prophet said a tyrant's end should. The angel's third message came at last. Go back. Those who wanted to end the boy are buried with their fathers. But Judea wasn't safe. Herod's son Archelaus now ruled Jerusalem, a king even more vicious than his father. And so, avoiding the heartland of Judea, they journeyed north to the obscure village of Nazareth. They bypassed Bethlehem, bypassed the temple, bypassed every place a Messiah should have been raised, and vanished into Nazareth, where the only crowns were made of sawdust and splinters. And there, in the shadow of Rome's roads, the lamb prepared to become the lion. Nazareth wasn't a homecoming. It was a strategic retreat. No prophets greeted them, no angels intervened, just a carpenter who kept his chisels razor sharp, a mother who counted passing uniforms, and a boy learning to answer to nothing louder than a whisper. The rules were merciless. Work only for Jews who feared Rome too much to talk. Never correct the rabbi's Torah errors. Let the Romans think you're just another illiterate peasant. And for 12 years, they played the part.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm truly grateful for your viewership and would be honored if you would like, comment, and share this video with your network. And subscribe to my channel for more faith-based content.